I'm really keen for them to get into it.
Every round will last a day. Please no. Please no.
Has anyone seen the video of the guy who was like stuck in a 2-hour round because the other guy DC but the game didn't end? So like he just sat in the game and just played for 2 hours straight, just zone battle.
Played? Oh, see, I'll tab out and let it sit for 2 hours, but I won't play for 2 hours.
No, because it's multiplayer, so like Gravity. He just played for like 2 hours straight until the game DC'd. His score hit like 3 million.
All right, and we are starting off here. We are going to see both players again with that 6-3 start. I would be surprised if we see too much of not that.
I mean, as we all know, 1-8 is meta. No, I can't say that. I can't even take myself seriously when I say that.
All right, OSW forced to zone here. A little bit of early pressure here. This does put us in an awkward spot, but I do believe... Oh, okay.
Yeah, what a weird first round. This is a bit old already.
I thought that like OSW controller DC'd or something, but okay. So Uyeshota is starting off with kind of an odd zone. They're going to find the high clear off of this, and that is going to put a little bit on OSW's board. It's going to be a low 3/4 zone.
Yeah, we're now trading zones back and forth here, so we're already up to some weird stuff. Nice STSD there from OSW. 2 T-spins that they greatly need in the zone to counter these massive garbage chunks that are in fact ending.
That misdrop.
Oh no. They can actually get a T-spin out of that? They're not going to take the T-spin.
Yeah, no, and that is going to be first round. That was an odd first round.
Uyeshota just sprinting. Look at that. 155 over 121.
Yeah, so when we were seeing kind of those quarter zones being thrown back and forth with Jane versus OSW, that was at 5-0. So I feel like the players were just like a bit more comfortable doing that, but that is not what you want to do in a 0-0 situation. So that's why you could see OSW trying to stabilize out of that, but just not being able to with that misdrop at the end.
Uyeshota playing on 9-0 here. This is some great garbage that they've got from OSW. And same thing, they're also sending 9-0 over to OSW.
Yeah, and we are going to see OSW with kind of an odd stack at the top with this zone, and we're going to see Uyeshota use that max zone first. It's a little interesting from Uyeshota. They might not be able to use the full zone. Uyeshota's going to run out of
space. Yeah, no, they only get 14 lines. Meanwhile, OSW with a lot more wiggle room.
Yeah, so OSW knows that Uyeshota did not send the full board worth of zone, and Uyeshota does have an awkward board, and so we're going to see what happens on the other side of this. They have a half zone. They're going to be able to come out on the other side of this completely fine, but OSW is going to have a little bit of pressure here that they're going to want to continue.
Yeah, I have a feeling here that if OSW had actually gotten that 20 instead of misdropping their L on the left, that would have been a much more impactful zone.
But OSW has a 3/4 zone and is 20,000 points away.
Beautiful C-spin.
Yeah, love that C-spin. This is going to be a fast transition into phase 3. Uyeshota only with half zone, but a reasonable garbage queue.
Yeah. No, this is really good. We finally have a long round now.
Yeah.
Both players, 60k. Here we go.
And I think that long round is where both of these players are going to shine. So this is kind of the rhythm that both these players are going to want to get into, because even though you can find those victories in those short rounds, you definitely want to get the rhythm of those longer rounds. That's kind of where the mental game comes into play here.
There's some things that we try to describe sometimes, and one of them is momentum. It's such a difficult thing to actually put into words, but when you win a long round, you gain momentum. It's really hard to explain, and both players will really want that momentum.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of a microcosm of that is the 19-minute round previously, but we do have OSW at the top of the board here. We do have Uyeshota trying to pressure with that zone. OSW finds the quarter zone here, using it to upstack. Smart move here, has a lot of garbage incoming, skimming through it, not able to find an out, and that is going to be another run in Uyeshota's favor.
Yeah, that was a really difficult situation that OSW was in. They had to take those garbage chunks at the end of OSW's zone bonus. They managed to snag a Tetris there, but it just wasn't enough to build back up that quarter.
Yep, and we are going to be starting this off here. Definitely both players trying to play clean, not wanting to find another fast round here. But going to be some pretty standard gameplay.
Yeah, so far so good right now. Uyeshota with a slightly strange board stay, and that's a misdrop.
That is a misdrop right at the top.
They're fine. They're okay now. They have a key crew. I'm trying to keep track of whatever their stack is turning into. they went from I think what was a fractal to a king crimson that then burned away because of the bad garbage cell. That was so weird.
Okay, OSW starting this zone with Fractal, Uyeshota at the top of the zone now, trying to find the higher conversion. That is a 65 ulti.
Versus 58-19 though, which puts them on par for literally the exact same efficiency. Like, exactly the same efficiency.
Yeah, so even though OSW had the less powerful zone there, he did it in a lot less time than Uyeshota, so that's why we came out even at the end of that exchange. And we are getting very close to that phase 3. Both players finding their max zone just now. Uyeshota in an odd spot, OSW in a better spot to use zone. Honestly, both players in a good spot to use this zone right now.
Oh, Uyeshota cutting it very fine there. Very fine, one of their placements right at the top of the board. Probably less than like a 10th of a second away from death. Just dancing the line. But here we are in phase 3 now. Uyeshota also zoning while OSW is at 18 lines. I think they have a curb. No, they don't take it. They get the 60 and 20. Beautiful.
Nice, 60 ulti there from OSW. We have Uyeshota finding an ulti of his own. That is a 62 ulti. Gonna put a little bit of material on OSW's board here.
Yeah, but for the most part, we are neutral now at 95,000 points apiece. And here we go with a combo from OSW. Beautiful 5.
Yeah, and we are going to see Uyeshota have a response a little bit, but we're gonna kind of find ourselves even here.
Yeah, which we love, of course. We love
to see it.
love when a game goes back to neutral. It's kind of cool.
Right. There has to be a very special skill set for players to even be capable of a 19-minute round against each other. And both of these players are so good at that down stack. That's what allowed that to happen. I mean, Wylie and I were talking about it before. That's one of the longest rounds of competitive TEC ever.
I think it's actually the second longest round I've ever seen competitively, where both players are trying to win.
Yeah, and so you were mentioning like a ranked match that you saw go longer, like not a tournament match.
I about probably a year ago, I was in a 25-minute match in ranked, and it was hell.
Okay, but whatever. So we have Uyeshota on the ropes here a little bit with this zone, trying to get rid of this incoming garbage queue, but OSW is putting on pressure. He misdropped a little bit, which is actually going to give Uyeshota a little bit of breathing room here. And that is why it's so important to kill. But OSW has a full zone here.
Great combination as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Both of these players just seem to know how to cheat death for some reason, and OSW is going to pull out a 53 ulti. That's going to be a lot to respond with, especially with Uyeshota not having a full zone.
We can see the big chunk there, meaning that Uyeshota just has to work through that zone bonus there, which they have worked it through. Now it's just the attacks that OSW sent during that zone. So that's about 20 right now that's pending, but they can't seem to get rid of it. It just keeps on coming.
Amazing down stack from Uyeshota, finding the end of the garbage, working through it, staying alive so well, but OSW is just trying to find that kill right now, spamming those Tetrises, spamming those T-spins, trying to find the killing blow, and that is it. And OSW is on the board here in this first to 7.
That was an incredible few moments there where Uyeshota just had to work through the bonus, but of course once they got through that, OSW was still sending, and they just kept on burning through a combo, but OSW just kept sending, canceling everything. It was beautiful.
Right, and again, that's what both these players are so good at, is having that advantage, recognizing they have it, and then capitalizing on it, which is one of the most difficult things to do in this game. But once players are experts at it, then it's so difficult to beat them.
OSW did everything right there. They played flawlessly, and that's why they got the win.
Yeah. However, there was just one tiny slip up, and that almost was able to turn the tides. So you have to be consistently perfect that whole time. Otherwise, it can absolutely bite you.
Yeah. 55 and 19 from Uyeshota. Very efficient. Let's see how OSW responds. With a... No!
It was an impossible IHS. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad.
Hold. It would have been what was the
oh, you know the math. I don't. I forgot. I forget things within 10 seconds. All right, so we have Uyeshota at the top of the board here. OSW starting a TST tower to put some pressure onto Uyeshota's board, not forcing them to use that max zone quite yet. And Uyeshota is going to push this over into phase 3. Both players with that max zone. OSW with an awkward board state, trying to work through it. Uyeshota throws the first zone with that C-spin.
Oh.
You're still sad about that, Curb.
I am. Davo tells me it was a mid-50s. That's probably like a low 70, actually. Low 70, Curb.
Yeah.
The Tetris would add the... That's crazy.
You know the math. I don't. We are here. OSW has a 56 ulti, and that is going to bring us about to even. Uyeshota misdrops. That is going to actually slow them down. Oh, the fix.
The double L spin.
The fix is cute, but you know what? That fix involved a lot of soft dropping, and that's a big issue. OSW, what are you doing?
Wait, that's a massive combo.
That's a really good combo.
That sequence of events made me so happy.
Yeah, this is just so bizarre from both sides here, but we have both sides zoning here. OSW actually had a bit of a misdrop there in zone, finding a really good workaround for it. Gonna put some pressure on Uyeshota's board. Uyeshota has a strong 6-3 stack up at the top of the board here, working down through it. An amazing combo to send some pressure over to OSW's side.
I'm still reeling over that fix of the double L spin. Like,
it was honestly
I would
so
never
cool.
see that in a million years.
No.
That was so smart.
So OSW at the top of the board here, zoning, finding some good T efficiency, but not being able to find that high of a zone clear, misdropping, fixing it with the T piece, but this involves some soft dropping, breaking back to back, and a little bit of unplanned stacking.
Uyeshota getting that Tetris at the end of that zone, taking it from a 9 to a 13, might be the difference between a win and a loss here. But OSW manages to tank literally everything, gets a Tetris at the start of the zone to kick it off. 11 lines so 11 quickly.
Lines so
swinging
quickly.
It back in their favor.
Yeah, Uyeshota has a half zone, is going to try to counter this garbage here. OSW had a very nice combo that kept that alive. You're going to see both of these players going for that pretty frequently. Those combos can be the difference between life and death here. That was beautiful. But that I misdrop was not, and that L, the J misdrop. Yeah, that might be it.
I don't know, actually. I think they have a survival.
A little bit, yeah, but like, no.
That's crazy.
God. The L spin was criminal.
Both players are playing out of their mind. Look at this stats so close.
Yeah, those stats are so close. I mean, we saw some pretty close stats in the last matchup, and I think that the moral of the story here is it's not about the stats, it's about how you use them. It's about screen watching, it's about knowing the meta, it's about taking advantage of your opponent's mistakes, and we're going to see a lot more of that in this set.
That was an incredible match. So much happened in that, 3.5 minute matchup? Wow.
Yeah, and that is just one mistake ending it. And that is kind of what we're talking about with that 19-minute round, is it involves like nearly perfect play from both sides or the exact same kind of mistakes at the exact same time, which is, it was a mix of both.
You're exactly right. Like that is, and that was a beautiful Tetris into T-spin full casted overhang. And that's a 20.
Uyeshota, amazing 59 and 20 here, is going to try to find some post-zone pressure here as OSW is finishing up a much lower zone. I like that fix.
Yeah, that was clean. That was very cool.
I mean, maybe if you executed it the way that you wanted, yes.
Turns into a T-spin as well, actually. Okay, nice. You know what? Fixes on fixes on fixes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's the name of the game here. We do see Uyeshota past that 50,000 mark, looking to transition this into phase 3, 56,000 points at the bottom of the board with that full zone. Wondering if they're going to go for it with this 2 T-spin setup. No, just trying to pressure because they see OSW's on the ropes here. Yeah, don't know what he's doing.
Burn down into this. Yeah, that's. I don't know what happened there. Just too many ideas being executed all at once and couldn't get the pieces to fill in the board.
I mean, we've all done it.
Yeah, we've all done it a little bit.
We've all done it.
Is a 19, 54 and 19. OSW with potentially, that's a 20, 59 right back, okay.
Yeah, and that is going to put Uyeshota at the top of the board here. That puts OSW in a situation where he knows he wants to capitalize off of this here, and that misdrop is not what you want to do, homie.
My God, that is a misdrop that only OSW would pull off in competition. Oh my God, it's a fix.
And yeah, that is going to put OSW on the ropes here. Uyeshota definitely going through this, powering through that zone, trying to put damage on OSW's board. That's what he does, and that is going to take another round there. That is just Uyeshota understanding that he has an opening and just moving directly into it and taking the round. Yeah,
that was that was a misdrop that was near unrecoverable. I don't know how you would fix that. It's just catastrophic. And that's a PC from OSW, sending over 9 lines to Uyeshota with that one attack.
Ooh. Yeah, OSW forced a quarter zone here to get these 2 T-spins off. Sometimes you just get a little too greedy with your setups. You and I both went very quiet, like, oh dear. Oh no, we know that that's not what they want to do here. That was an incredible donation from Uyeshota. That overhang was a very weird, like, skim burn thing they did. It was really, I liked that, but Uyeshota is looking for this zone here. Ooh, okay, not being able to find the most out of it, and that is going to work in OSW's favor. The tank is gorgeous. No!
Is this fixable?
Yes.
Just barely.
Just barely, isn't it? Okay. So OSW finding the fix here. Luckily, this is earlier on in the round, so this is a lot easier to fix. But had that been later on, you know that Uyeshota would have noticed and capitalized off of it. But now honestly, Uyeshota has the score advantage going into looking into phase 3.
That was kind of heartbreaking, seeing like nothing but clean garbage in sight, and then the misdrop. Yeah. Oh, that must hurt to both watch and play.
Yeah, Uyeshota with a really strong board state here, definitely expecting them to zone soon, unless they're just trying to put the pressure onto OSW, which that might be their strategy right now. This is some really fast play, and there is that start of that zone. Both players zoning at that same time here.
Yeah.
Uyeshota with the misdrop in zone.
OSW was really being careful there. They saw that they had a triple, they went and made it a Tetris, and went neutral with just one line of attack pending in the queue. Yeah,
so what happened there was Uyeshota had a misdrop that they took a while to fix, and that ended their zone timer early.
OSW was a little bit hesitant there in their zone. They had a couple things they just wanted to make sure they got right. One of them was a triple. They turned into a Tetris. They nearly took the eyepiece thinking it was a Tetris, but they fixed it.
Yeah, so it seemed like there was hesitation from both sides in that zone. Kind of interesting how that happened at the exact same time. Sometimes that just happens in this game. It's just pure coincidence. So we have Uyeshota spamming out attack on top of the stack, and that is what OSW is doing as well. Very much a little bit of a volleyball game over here, a little bit of tennis going on, some back and forth right here as both these players are stacking on top of that garbage. Uyeshota does accept a little bit more of it than OSW, but that is a full zone, and that is a nice stack to work off of.
Oh, this is really good. This is
there are some skims, but this is still really good. 36, not bad. Let's see what OSW has to say in response.
Oh, it might be a little bit more than 36.
This is awkward.
If my math is right.
This is, well, yeah, the lockout there. Oh, and that is no zone to respond. And yeah, that is enough.
Yeah, a misdropped eyepiece. They misdropped an eyepiece, I believe, in column 2 when they wanted it to be in the fabled column 1. Unfortunately, did not happen.
Yeah, that column 1, so tricky.
It's just so far to the left. So
yeah, I know. Away. Why did they put it that far over there?
Right? Can they put it in column 3? Anyway.
Anyways, working through this. 4-2. All right. So I would say that right now, if Uyeshota picks up this round, this is going to be really difficult to come back from if you're OSW. This is kind of a must-win round for OSW right now if you want to maintain the mental game.
Yeah, OSW is running out of chances here to win. They've got another round on the board, but they're going to have to snowball that pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So we'll see if he's able to do that here, but this is a nice ulti from Uyeshota. That is a 61. That is very nice, but OSW is definitely able to pull back and come back with a stronger zone or an equal zone here. And okay, that is a nice 51 in 19. Yeah. And that is going to put a little bit of material on OSW's board, but look at that score, it's almost even.
Yeah, no, we are break even here. I wonder if we're going to see a zone before 60k. I don't know. No, either player really hasn't got it filled up yet. Uyeshota's at 3/4. Yeah, we could see it. Actually, we're definitely going to see it. Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of 3/4 zoning, even if you have like 58,000 points. I love 3/4 zoning, and I think more players should do it, honestly. Yeah. But I know that some of them don't really care too much about the longer zone timer. Anyways,
12 seconds. That's a lot of time, right? 12 seconds is plenty of time.
52 in 18 from Uyeshota here, trying to start off that post zone pressure, build up that 6-3 stack to anticipate stacking on top of this garbage here. And that is going to force Uyeshota to quarter zone here, putting them on the back foot instantly. And we're going to see a very clean start to our phase 3 here.
Yeah. OSW taking a T-spin 0 there, bringing the ball back down with that quick little Tetris. And they have a 5 wide.
Yeah, working through this well. Uyeshota with some misdrops on their side. That's going to slow them down a little bit. They are going to go for a bit of a combo into a zone here. Down stacking through this. That's an nice interesting J-spin, or L-spin right there. Yeah, it doesn't do too much for this situation, but it did look cool. And we have OSW's response here. This is going to put both players at about the exact same spot on their boards. Uyeshota is building up that usable material quickly and sending that over to OSW's board.
I love watching Uyeshota play. They're doing these really crazy spins. We saw it with that.
That setup was so cool. No, I loved that. and that's going to put a lot onto OSW's board, force him to zone. That is a misdrop from OSW, a great fix in a combo, but that is going to give Uyeshota a full zone and no garbage pending, and that is not where you want to be right now if you're OSW.
Yeah, they're on top of the board here. They do get that Tetris, and they get another one as well to... Oh
my God!
Throwing up a T-spin mini up on the side of the board there. Oh, that's a bad misdrop. Oh.
Yeah, but Uyeshota zone, so OSW is going to have a minute to fix this here. I don't think it'll be enough, though, and that is going to be very difficult to come back from here if you're OSW.
35 attack in the pending queue.
Kind of need a miracle right here. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, you see the end and you've quarter zone.
Thank you, Valorant, for the
Thank you, Valorant, for the gifted.
Thank you,
Riona. Thank you, Riona. We were just talking about the Valorant gifted subs earlier. Anyways, we have OSW at the top of the board. Uyeshota trying to close out this round here. Okay, Uyeshota with a little bit of hesitance in zone here, but I still think that this is going to be enough to... Okay, wait, OSW is alive on the other side of this. Uyeshota still very much at the advantage, but it is not lights out yet for OSW. Clinging on, surviving here, finding that efficiency at the top of the board. OSW is getting what he wants right now here.
Yeah, no, he's had a lot of necessary attacks at the top of the board there. Thankfully, the only saving grace he has is that it doesn't take long to soft drop, and he can probably spam out a few T-spins. Funny enough, we're seeing a lot of Tetrises out of him. And look at this down
I think that OSW's player that when I was kind of learning top level play, he was the most obvious example for me of a player that kind of greeds a little bit for a Tetris at the top because it makes a huge difference. And so I'm not surprised to see him doing that. It's a very common skill that top players do, but I just kind of happened to notice it first for OSW, so I kind of always look for it.
And that is a round 30 attack incoming here. Oh dear.
OSW working through this. There is a triple in a well there. That is kind of, that's some good garbage RNG. I do expect OSW to find a quarter zone here. Finds that Tetris, not quarter zone yet, but there's that quarter zone. But Uyeshota is trying to spam out attack here at the bottom of the board, trying to build up that 6-3 stack. There's a misdrop on Uyeshota's board that's going to slow them down a little bit, but this is some very clean gameplay coming from Uyeshota's side.
Absolutely, and OSW gets the break they need. We are now at neutral at 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Could this be the beginning? Could this be?
Uyeshota had another misdrop there, and that's kind of what we were talking about, where it seems like in this matchup, OSW's fate might be in Uyeshota's hands.
Yeah, and that's a big chunk coming in. OSW, again, around 25 to 30 attack pending they have to deal with, and that's going to be a much-needed...
amazing
They don't get
zone.
that much-needed Tetris, but there we go, and now we're back to neutral once again. Uyeshota stacking on disgusting material there. They're going to sprint out a 13-5, not too bad, but it isn't going to be crazy, and it's not going to be a game-changing zone.
Yeah, Uyeshota was definitely going for a bit of a fancy setup there, which is something that can help you out when you're trying to find that closing damage. But OSW has stabilized right now and is working through this. However, if we bring this back to the stamina game, is this not exactly what you want if you're Uyeshota, drawing out these rounds?
I think what we want is a big long round. I'm seeing chat of a big long round again starting, and I think the chat might be right. Could this be the rumblings of a behemoth 10+ minute round? We'll see how this goes. I'm sure that only Uyeshota's comfy with taking it out that far.
I mean, it's definitely saying a lot of, and I don't agree if you're saying that Uyeshota is purposely drawing this out. These misdrops definitely are not intentional. I'm going to say that. But, you do got to think about, is this kind of like, is Uyeshota not sweating right now? Because they know that every single second they draw this out helps? Or do you think OSW is more prepared for that stamina today, knowing what happened last time?
Well, they're actually aware that it could be a possibility. I mean, you never know. That's the thing. It could go either way. It's going to take one misdrop. It did take one misdrop last time it happened. And
yeah, so there weren't too many misdrops here, but it was just strong play from OSW and some maybe bad RNG on Uyeshota's side, and they are going to find the quarter zone, but that's kind of too little too late at this point.
I think the round is actually over, gang. I'm sorry, the dream is gone. And that is a 7-minute round. OSW taking it there, just swinging it back slowly in their favor.
Yeah, and I will say, in terms of that 19-minute round that we saw earlier in this bracket a couple weeks ago,
wait,
I think that
Yams? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Lyra. I have to cut you off. Yams with the 197 donation to the TC prize pool.
Oh, hello? Hello?
Oh my god, thank you so much. Wow.
I love to see that TC prize pool getting some love. I contribute a little bit. So yeah, definitely feel free to contribute to any of the brackets. They are individual, so definitely show support for your favorite game.
Wow. Anyway, Lyra, as you were saying, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. No, thank you for pointing that out. So what I think happened with that 19-minute round is it wasn't necessarily that we say OSW is the player with the worst stamina. I think it really matters who won that round. I feel like whoever won that round was going to carry that momentum. So you can say that maybe Uyeshota is banking on the fact that they have higher stamina, but I would argue that we don't even know that for sure.
100%. Like, that was just really clean. That was just really clean from the both them right up until that fabled finish at 9 minutes. I mean, OSW pulled, like, you know, stretched it out, didn't they? They stretched it out to get to the 19-minute mark. They definitely know how to make it easy to clickbait things.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for the content, OSW. And we have Uyeshota with a zone at the top here. Oh, hello, that J-spin? That J-spin into the stack there was great, into this donation, which is also great, but that wasn't a very strong zone here, and OSW is looking to counter it.
What was that? I just called the J-spin on replay. What the heck?
No, what was that? No, thank you. All right. It's kind of fun when you have the stream on the other monitor and you can see everything on a 5-second delay. All right, and we have Uyeshota at the top of the board. OSW trying to kill here. Uyeshota sees the end of this garbage queue, has a quarter zone, but is hesitating a bit here in trying to find the best way to get out of this.
Yeah, and we bring things back to roughly neutral here. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is going to bring us, like you mentioned, back to neutral. OSW has some stack to work through on his board, but Uyeshota building up on his board as well.
Oh, the Tetris to T-spin over. Oh, it's beautiful, OSW. Woo! And that's okay. Misdrop on OSW on Uyeshota's board. Yep. OSW with an STSD. This is gonna put some fire under Uyeshota's butt. Wow! What a crazy 10 seconds there. That was cool.
Yeah, and this could definitely be momentum from last round carrying over, but we do see Uyeshota spamming out some attack as OSW is taking a little bit of time in this zone. Finds a 55 there. Yeah, that's going to be difficult.
Here, that gives them less room to work with.
They don't have overcharge. Yeah.
Wow.
And we're tied here.
Wow, OSW is pulling it back. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and all in between and outside, it is a first to 3.
Yeah, first to 3. Davo says it in chat as well. And that is kind of, you know, what we expected from this matchup. OSW, please don't C-spin that. Thank you so much. All right. I saw that, and I was like, I wonder if they're thinking about it. I would have thought to do that, but not against Uyeshota. Because these players don't want to make those early game mistakes. They know that they have to carry forth the momentum or shift the momentum in their favor if they're behind, as Uyeshota does start that first zone here, looking to shift things back in their favor. They know they're capable of it, and this is how you do it right here with that quick 51 attack.
51 and 18, beautiful.
Yeah, OSW trying to respond here, and that is a misdrop in this zone. I think that they'll still be able to find some good efficiency out of it. Brings us back to even here, but OSW was looking to find more in that zone. And
that's a beautiful.
Oh wait, that's beautiful. Oh wait, I thought that was a misdrop. I'm literally so small brain. Anyways, OSW knows what he's doing out here. Both players at 47,000 points. Uyeshota setting up a C-spin here over this well, starting this zone with the second T-spin of that C-spin, and is playing so strong and so confident right now, and misdrops that S-spin. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh
they
no.
fixed it up, but.
Yeah, that's not good. They have
39-14. It's not bad, but OSW is sprinting out a massive zone here.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity for OSW. That is a 65. Oh, Uyeshota has a quarter zone to deal with this. Not a lot of material to work through here. And OSW has this momentum right now, is trying to carry it. Uyeshota not finding this quarter zone yet.
Wow.
There it is. Working through this.
Elegant. That was
very elegant. As OSW is just trying to continue on with this pressure here. Uyeshota is the kind of player that can come back from this, has been known to come back from this, and is trying their best to do that right now.
Yeah. However, on the facing Uyeshota right now is an OSW that's hungry for a reset. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, Dormy pointing out in chat, Uyeshota has extremely high stamina. Yeah, no, both players clearly do here. So we're going to see. This is turning into a game of stamina. So that's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, the 65. Yeah, can we cool it with the 65s over there, OSW? Because, bro, save some for later. And that's it for that round.
They take the lead. Oh, my God.
Wow. Yep, OSW taking that momentum, running with it, and that's what he needs right now if he wants this bracket reset. But there's such a giant hill ahead of OSW here. For those of you who aren't aware, OSW being on the loser side here, that means that if he wins, this is a bracket reset. They have to play another 1st to 7 if OSW wins, and OSW would have to win that 1st to 7 if they want to win the tournament, which is, not easy to do against Uyeshota of all people.
If they
predictions, yeah, those are open. Yeah. Go bet your channel points.
If they pull this off, wow.
All right, but that's not what we're worrying about right here. We're just worrying about this set. That's what you have to do if you're OSW. Just worry about this next point. Just worry about this current set, and then everything else will come later. We have Uyeshota at the bottom of the board, spamming out attack. OSW with a 63 ulti.
My
God. No. Oh no. Okay, and you know what? That's what you want if you're OSW. Save your stamina.
What you want.
Save your hands. If we're playing the long game, that's how you do it.
Oh my gosh.
OSW is trying to go for a PCO there. Definitely trying to catch them off guard, except for Uyeshota going for the PCO there. They both have the exact same idea. That's hilarious. All right. I love it when both players pull out the PCO at the exact same time because they're both like, I'm going to catch them off guard, and then they just start doing the exact same thing.
They neutralize each other.
Oh, funny. All right, OSW has our max zone here, but so far Uyeshota has been using that zone first in most cases, and they're going to do that again.
God, you can see it in the way OSW is placing their pieces, like the way they're playing. They are so confident right now. They are feeling it.
Right, and that's something that you can just tell, and like we've mentioned, it makes a huge difference. This is going to be a 55 Perfectress from Uyeshota. OSW responds to the 57. Right, that's going to put a chunk on Uyeshota's board, but they have the garbage wells to work through this, and we are definitely going to see this go into phase 3 unless OSW does that. Oh, nice fix.
Goes for the down stack, yeah. Oh, yeah, we both saw it. We both saw it. We all saw it. Oh my god. Oh my
god.
Wait. Survivable.
I mean, yeah, that's an out, but Uyeshota
not survivable.
No, not survivable. Okay. And I mean, Uyeshota would have been able to capitalize that anyway. He was already starting to, and that's going to bring us to still match point for OSW, but Uyeshota taking away that momentum for now.
Wow, yeah. Gang, I mean, have you ever seen anything so deserving of a hype train? I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Just saying, guys, just saying. Oh!
I wasn't even looking.
We're neutral.
I wasn't looking.
We're neutral. We are. It's match point. 1st to 1. OSW needs to win this, or else.
All right. Tiebreaker, everyone. Does it end here, or is this going to another set? This is the point that decides it right here. Tournament life for OSW on the line here.
Oh my god. Oh.
A little nerve-wracking here, but
Oh, that misdraw.
The misdraw.
The nerves could be getting to them.
The nerves. Yeah, not ideal here, but there is a lot of space here. Uyeshota playing this very confidently. That C-spin setup was great. We do see Uyeshota at the top of the board here. OSW in kind of a 9-0 setup, moving that well over. Uyeshota starting zone first again, finding some great efficiency with it.
A beautiful team when they found
these setups
with the triple.
So cool.
And they go 46 and 18.
Not the most efficient.
Cranking out 13, 14 lines. They have a kite in there. They're building a fractal.
The fractal is insane there, but it is going to come in as clean garbage on Uyeshota's board. They have the board to handle it. They're going to use it efficiently and continue on with their stacking. OSW with the score advantage right now, but it doesn't really matter too much if you ask me.
And that's a beautiful Tetris T-spin. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful is all I can say.
Yeah, there's the race for the max zone here to bring this into phase 3. Uyeshota finding that first zone. It feels like Uyeshota zoning first is kind of a confidence move here. But zoning first almost every single interaction, continuing
another
that
48
stride.
in 18 as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, OSW does have the opportunity here to do something, and that would end it pretty quickly. Let's see what he's got, and that is a fast
62!
That is a 62. That's going to put a lot on Uyeshota's board. That eyepiece is coming so late for Uyeshota there, but he finds it just in time.
Oh my god. I can't believe how close this is for a final round.
I can't believe this either. Uyeshota starting the zone here. That's a lot of a combo there. That is 11 lines. Let's see what OSW has to say in response. That is... Okay, I would assume that this comes out at even at the end, but we have no idea.
I don't think so. I don't think so
it's
at all.
Even? No, that's even.
I'm wrong. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm wrong.
Thank you so much. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyways.
Great.
Okay, that is a great setup from Uyeshota there. That TST into a TSD setup was, I don't even know if there's a name for that. But we do have both players here. No. You would have to watch it back. All right. So, we have both players at a similar spot.
Were you talking about the T-spin triple kick or the other kick?
It's the T-spin triple kick that led into a TSD setup.
Ah, sorry. Yes, no, I was just talking about the kick itself.
So semantics aside, we do have OSW on the full zone, seeing those zone chunks, knowing that he is at the end of that queue, trying to find something here. Okay, this is some nice efficiency. Uyeshota only has a quarter zone to respond to this, and that is going to be quite the chunk there.
Yeah, 53. It's definitely counterable, but OSW still sending.
Right, and this is where you have to capitalize here. OSW spamming out that efficiency, finding those Tetrises. This is a combo to get through this here, and this is rough. This is not enough to kill here. OSW is going to need to make another opportunity if he wants to find that bracket reset and bring us to another match here.
I'm nervous for him. I'm nervous for OSW.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. This is they're trying to take this last round win.
I root for the American homies sometimes. I'm doing that a little bit right now, but Uyeshota's gameplay is just so clean right now, handling this so well, cool under pressure, proving that he has what it takes here to close this out.
Oh, that's a lot coming in, but they have a full zone to deal with it. Can they make it work? OSW is sending 9-0 garbage here.
Yeah, Uyeshota had a gorgeous board to start this off. This was a low zone. This was entirely man-made stack in this zone. And so there is a counter here, but OSW has a C-spin to respond to. That's what you have to have in this situation
beautiful
here.
T-spin as well there.
Material to counter with, and that's exactly what OSW has right now. Uyeshota building up a 6-3 stack, slightly less efficient, turning that into a count to 4 here to find the center well, as OSW has a all man-made stack on his board right now, not even accepting anything. Okay, there's one line that OSW accepts right here. Has a full zone. Uyeshota's close to finding a full zone on their own, and this could be an interesting zone interaction here. This could decide the set.
Fractal on OSW's board, they haven't popped the zone just yet. I think they're too low on the board. They want to have a bit more on their board before they crank this out. There they go. All right, there are 2 lines right now. Uyeshota just sitting on that max zone. Going to try and send as much attack as they can, probably outside, and then see what they can do once they see what comes in.
OSW with that high misdrop is not great there, but that was still a strong zone otherwise. OSW did not break back-to-back early on during that zone. We see Uyeshota with a misdrop of their own. That was a very similar misdrop.
Is pretty catastrophic as well.
Yeah, that was almost the exact same misdrop, and that's going to bring us back to even.
Even at 5 minutes in, pretty good.
Yeah, and so we see Uyeshota not slowing down with these attacks, just building up that stack so fast, even this far into the set. Uyeshota just hesitated a bit right there.
It's a decent single donation.
Yeah. A little bit of hesitation. Zoning, okay, not the best board state. This could be an opportunity for OSW here. And this is a fractal setup. OSW sees the end of the scarf. This is an opening. This is an opening right here. OSW knows it. Working through this. Uyeshota has a quarter zone.
Wait, are we going to see the reset? I believe in the reset.
Uyeshota's misdrop there. I don't know. I feel like that you can't come back from that. And that is OSW winning this grand finals. That is going to be a bracket reset. This is going to bring us to true finals right here. This is so exciting to see. And this is what we meant about these matchups just being so volatile. And so I'm so excited that we got to see this. Oh, wait, they're just hitting the retry button.
Hit the retry button.
You're giving him a minute to rest his hands. No,
I'm gonna say. Oh God!
OSW hitting that exit button, saying, "I'm taking my state-sanctioned timeout right now." That is exactly what that was.
Wow!
Here. That was a bold move. That was bold for Uyeshota to just hit retry.
Run it back, gents. Run it back,
dude. That was insane.
That was a power play. That's what that was. That was. Uyeshota winning a power play, hitting retry.
But that was the right answer from OSW. It's just go no. I
need a moment to breathe.
I'm so glad that we got to see that interaction. Thank you so much for leaving us on that screen, because that just adds more to our storyline here. That's what we've been saying this whole time, and now that we've proof. Like
6-7. 6-7. Wow, it doesn't get closer.
It does not get closer. And like we mentioned, this is a giant mountain that OSW has to work through right now. Had the lucky sweep there against Jaden that allowed him to have a little bit more time. But yeah, OSW definitely taking time to rest his hands right now. So we do have that prediction ending. I'm thinking, okay, there's a lot going on here. I'm assuming
there's a lot
both players.
Happening.
Yeah, both players, I doubt that they'll switch up their strategy. Actually, I could see OSW pulling something out. I would expect Uyeshota is going to play this next set the exact same. I could see OSW pulling something out here.
Oh, sorry, I just saw a funny message. I just wanted to
share. Was it Star saying the Wibbler?
No, it's the if Uyeshota and my girl both drown.
Okay, well, yeah, that's the copy pasta. No,
I love that one.
Yeah. I just can't get over the Wibbler. It just sounds like the Riddler.
We have predictions here. Someone has put a lot of channel points in OSW. Sorry, I love it. I love
OSW
the way
money line. Oh, the channel points thing it says Tetrio Division 1. It does.
Is it supposed to say OSWL and Uyeshota L?
Because they both lost. They both lost, Wylie. Do you know how a tournament works?
Wouldn't it be W and W?
No, because they both lost one.
Damn, guys.
Bro, wait out yourself. You don't know how that works, but okay, go off.
Like, honestly, like if you want to know my honest, like honestly, the first competitive scene I got into besides Counter-Strike is Tetris.
Have I, but I've been able to figure it out.
COVID excuse, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Recovery, blah blah blah.
Okay. So as these players are resting their hands here, as they absolutely should, they're done resting.
My God,
oh my gosh! Let's see if this rest was long enough. We are getting this true finals underway. This is essentially. Yeah, ping the server, please. This is essentially a clean slate right here in terms of points and scorekeeping, but this is not a clean slate in terms of whose hands are ready.
I'm nervous. Why?
I think we're both nervous. I think everybody involved here is nervous except for Uyeshota because that's who he is as a person. And we're off here. OSW at the top of the board getting that 0-9 garbage as Uyeshota is getting that 2-7, that LST stack garbage going on right now, and they are going to be the first to zone yet again.
It's a good looking stack as well. I stand corrected. Bad mistroll.
All right, OSW is starting that zone up now, building that quick up stack here, efficient as Uyeshota is building up stack to respond to this with.
Oh, the misdrop there, the 52 and 18 rather than what could have been a 60 and 20. Unfortunate indeed.
Yeah, but this is clean stack for OSW to work down through right here. Definitely not what you want to do if we're talking about the mental game early on, but if we're talking about the game itself, this is very easy to get out of. Well, no, okay. Very easy if you're OSW to get out of. I'll say that one.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
I have to like kind of, step back and say, okay, this is easy for these players versus this is easy for a normal human being.
Yeah, easy here.
Always trying to keep that in mind.
Trying
to keep that in mind. But
that's the problem with watching high level play. You forget that what is easy here just has entirely different meaning. Meaning.
Yeah, this should be trivial for these players. Goes into your rank match and messes it up 5 times in a row. All right, we have
trivial.
we have this phase 3 starting off here. We have both players finding some efficiency, getting those stacks going on top of that garbage. Uyeshota pushed up a little bit, but has the man-made stack to work down through. Forces OSW to quarter zone. This is a nice burst so far. Nice.
19 and 9, really efficient.
Yeah, but Uyeshota responds with their own zone, and yeah.
They're gonna neutralize things. They you know, they're not gonna let a little cheeky little combo 19 and 9 throw them off and keep things in check, I think.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. And that is why Uyeshota hit that next button right away. It has that momentum, wants to continue it, knows that they're able to maintain pressure for a long period of time.
Oh. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm like really nervous for
No, I know you are,
why.
but you can't let the nerves get to you if you're in this situation. We have Uyeshota burning down the stack, going for the combo down stack to try to find more of this, while OSW is just layering on more attack. Uyeshota was able to see the end of the garbage cube briefly before OSW sent more attack, and oh, that mess drop. Okay, nice recovery from that mess drop for OSW. This is going to be a half zone at the bottom of the board. Interesting choice.
Uyeshota with what I would say was probably the veteran status out of the two of them, I think. Knew for a fact they had to down stack as much as they could before hitting that full zone, because while they have 10 seconds to work with, there's a lot of singles and a lot of placements need to happen when you've got that much stuff on the board. You need to get your board down low to be able to clear more good lines in that zone. Right,
and those singles can kill you with that line clear delay being so high in this game.
Yeah, although of course in the zone you don't have that, it just still takes time. You got to make sure that zone is going to be quick, and 10 seconds just isn't enough. You got to burn it all out. Thank you, Valorant, for the 1 gifted sub.
Thank you, Riona, for 5 gifted. All right.
Oh, yeah, and Riona too. Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is a great zone from OSW at the top here, but Uyeshota has a really strong zone so far to try to respond to this. A misdrop here that's going to hinder this slightly, but still finding that 47 in 19. That's going to put a little bit of material underneath OSW's board, but not really going to hinder his stack at all.
Yeah, it seems pretty neutral here at 3 minutes. This is our round 1, by the way. This is round 1.
Yeah, and we discussed this before. I just want to reiterate it that the longer rounds here are going to be benefiting Uyeshota in the long run. And so every minute we spend here, although, you know, OSW is a great player, he's like, we're all human. Your hands can only do this for so long. Just trust me. Just trust me.
It's just nutty. It's hard to explain to someone who hasn't played like a lot of TC like why these like long rounds are so brutal.
Ooh, okay, and that is misplay a little bit at the top of the board from Uyeshota. They do have this eyepiece, they do have this next quarter zone, but there's a lot.
I think they're out.
They're mostly out, but OSW is trying to end this. Look at this right here.
They want this done. Yeah, that's gonna be the round. Yeah, it's very difficult to explain like how difficult these long rounds are, how grueling they are. Like for a Tetris player, imagine a round hitting 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean that's when you get like damage margin. Yeah. All right, and Mitsuuki's, thank you so much for the 2 gifted. I just started another follower goal. We're so ready to go here, and we have some confident play, some fast play from both of these players to start off this round. My cat's here to watch, and we're ready to go.
Oh hell yeah, he's in for a show.
I know.
We have 100 viewers, by the way. Hello to everyone. You're in for the match of a lifetime. Welcome. We're on round 2 of 2 of the greatest players you've ever bore witness to.
I mean, that is the truth here. As Wylie does like to exaggerate, I'm going to say that one's not an exaggeration. And this is not being able to find the ulti there from OSW. And we have Uyeshota being able to work down through this and at the top of the board, but Uyeshota is going to be able to come down from this, especially with that 3/4 zone to fall back on if they need it.
This is incredible. Well, this is a very fun phase 2, I think, but I'm keen to get into phase 3. I'm keen for us to get to the big boy leagues, and we have a zone that's going to take us there. Uyeshota with a quick, looks like it's going to be a 14, 13, yeah.
And so that's actually not going to take us into phase 3 because that was an inefficient zone. Yeah, that is not enough to push us over that phase 3 mark. OSW is definitely going to do so with that zone, and Uyeshota is preparing a side 4-wide to defend this.
Here we go.
This is okay. When I said that OSW was going to be the one to pull out something we hadn't seen, I was referring to the side 4-wide. It's so bizarre to me that we see that coming from Uyeshota, but it works. It does what it needs to do.
It does neutralize things.
Exactly. But OSW uses this quarter zone and has 3 T-spins ready to go, has all 3 T-pieces he needs for it, trying to put in the killing blow here.
And you know, Uyeshota isn't even at the garbage chunks yet. There we go, 45. They've neutralized things, and we are again, neutral at 2 minutes. This round's only been 2 minutes long. It feels like it's been an eternity already.
I mean, and that's what happens when you've been playing for so long, especially considering this is a bracket reset. This is our second set between these two players tonight, and I mean, we have so many rounds ahead of us here for sure.
Oh yeah,
both
for
players,
those who are just coming in, this is a reset. We've already seen this matchup.
Actually, this bracket has already seen this matchup twice now.
This
one
is
and one,
and
that's why this is reset. Yes. But yeah, so nice color clear from OSW's side. Ooh. Both players with full zone. It looks like Uyeshota's preparing to use it now. Yep, using that now. OSW following suit. Uyeshota with Uyeshota is a quicker zone here. A little bit at the top of the board. Okay, so they're
that donation.
Yeah, that donation was weird, but a misdrop with that L piece, and that is going to give OSW a little bit of runway here. Being able to work through this, find some efficiency, but Uyeshota is recovering very nicely. And OSW's runway is basically gone, but against Uyeshota, that runway is just almost non-existent anyways. It just comes and goes. It's like it's gone in a flash. Yeah. It's more like the little spot for the duck in the pond, you know?
Exactly right, yeah.
Yeah. Like nice little one lane. But OSW starts that zone with that misdrop as Uyeshota is building up defense on the opposite side of the board here. Already has that quarter zone looking to rally back whatever OSW sends here. That misdrop at the top is not ideal, but some nice fixes, and that's an STSD if you do it right. Yeah, of course you do.
Beautiful. They saw it. They made it happen.
And that is what these players are so good at here. There's almost no hesitation as they're switching into these setups, being able to analyze their board. As Uyeshota is setting up this C-spin here, is going to use this zone with this C-spin into a side 4 wide here, or 3 wide, 3 wide there. And that is going to be a quick 36. What? All right. Yeah, so OSW is starting this zone here. There is a combo. There's a lot going on here, but I don't know if OSW is going to come out on top. There is some garbage to be dealt with on OSW's side. 1 Mino shy of a PC there. And, okay, both players in a similar spot. Uyeshota misdrops over the wall twice.
Uyeshota's going to need to pull some witchcraft off to make this work, and they have.
The well is open there. The half zone has been popped, and that is a lot from that zone, but OSW knows that he has the opportunity to find a killing blow here. A little bit of hesitation in zone. That's not what you want, and that is going to bring us back to a slight favor for Uyeshota. Honestly, pretty, especially with that misdrop, very much in Uyeshota's favor right now. OSW has a lot to do if he wants to come back from here. I know that there's the spin and everything, but no, this is good, but you're against Uyeshota, who has space and is in the lead and has motivation after a bracket reset.
You just played like they just went nuclear. Oh my god!
No, that misdrop, the misdrop from OSW might spell defeat here in this round as Uyeshota starts up that zone looking for the killing blow here. Uyeshota maintains his board, gets things back together, but that is a giant garbage queue ahead of him right now.
Yeah, there's probably about a good 35 in there that they need to deal with, and I think they've handled it pretty well. But there's still more to go as Uyeshota continues piling on attack. I think we did see the end of the queue for a second there. There it is again as, okay, wait. And we're back.
We're survival. Back. But look at Uyeshota stack. They're plonking. They're watching. They know exactly what they need to do here. That was almost an STSD setup. And honestly, that hesitancy in that setup is going to give OSW a little bit. It's so easy to mess up their names. Yeah, no, Miss IRS. Miss IRS on that eye piece there.
Tax got them.
Wow, and that is another almost 6-minute round.
I cannot believe OSW's brain in the last minute there. They pulled off an amazing fix, and they spun an L to get an overhang on columns 1, 2, and 3, and it just broke me. It broke me.
Yeah, it's great play, but that's more of Uyeshota understanding when they have the advantage and capitalizing on it. It seems like they can smell when their opponent misdrops. It is insane how clean they are with it. And speaking of misdrops.
Yeah, if you get a whiff of a player just making a mistake.
All right, Uyeshota is able to fix the misdrops into the cut copy and uses that cut copy to start the zone here as OSW is going to start the zone here in this 2-7 setup, finding a Kaidon over here as he turns it into a 9-0. Uyeshota with a
good Kaidon.
50 in 18 here. That is a very nice zone as Uyeshota builds up more of that stack.
Breeding for a curve that wasn't possible. Had the eyepiece to get the 20, but didn't take it. And they lose out on 6 attack. Very sad. Not good time.
But 6 attack is not too much in this phase 2 here. Because that garbage is coming in so clean, we do see that OSW accepted garbage after that zone, but it didn't really do too much. It is going to do a bit after that phase 3, which is coming very soon, given that both of these players have max zones at 50,000 points. And hello?
Oh,
interesting setup there from Uyeshota. Wylie was coughing into
yes,
the mic.
Sorry.
Thank you for muting it. And we have OSW starting this zone here. This could lead to an interesting situation. Okay, leads us to pretty even, a little bit of material on OSW's board. This brings Uyeshota to exactly where he wants to be, which is trying to close this out versus OSW. Not easy to do, but if it's possible for anyone, it's possible for Uyeshota to close this out. And that's exactly what they're doing. Has OSW up at the top of the board here. OSW using that combo down stack, but is it going to be enough to stay alive here? Already on the back foot, not being able to find the efficiency that he would normally want. These are nice combos, but they're temporary solutions here.
Yeah, and that's a great floating T-spin from Uyeshota, soft dropping that S piece in there into the well. And meanwhile, OSW with a 37 and 15. And they're back at the top of the board. They just can't quite seem to get down.
Right. It seems like what OSW needs right now is a misdrop from Uyeshota, because that's what's been giving him the ability to come back in this situation in the past. But Uyeshota's not giving him that opening, not finding any misdrops, just stacking so cleanly right here. Uyeshota knows that if they just continue to stack cleanly, then they've got this.
And look at that cut copy. Beautiful OSW.
Speaking of misdrops, there it is.
It can't be comfortable, though, with being OSW, where you're relying on your opponent making mistakes rather than you outplaying them.
But didn't we just say that that's what the OSW versus Jaden matchup is in the other direction?
It can't feel that good then.
No, it's the same. It's the same thing in the other direction.
So a bit of you dish it out. You got to have a dish back at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But we do have both players. Okay, OSW finding this zone first, or using this zone first. Uyeshota does find the full zone here. I'm assuming they're going to, use that lower on the board, go with an almost entirely man-made stack there as OSW finds some skins to try. Then you got 51 and 17.
That's
really crazy efficiency.
Yeah. Also, I love that he skimmed row 21 to get his 17th line. That was beautiful.
Yeah, no,
and takes everything, which... Yeah, honestly,
no!
Oh my gosh!
The misdrop. That eyepiece misdrop seals that round, and that is going to be another kind of long round in Uyeshota's favor. The more of them that we go through, the less likely OSW is to be able to get that momentum shift.
That was kind of heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie.
That misdrop is a little less heartbreaking because he's already got a fix for it. But
only one thing can make it better, and that's a hype train. It's a hype train, guys. I'm just saying. It's a little hype.
I got the shipping notification on my Galactic sweatshirt today.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah.
What color did you get? What did chat vote?
I did the chat voted for the sand of the
nice
Cassiopeia one. Anyways, we showed up at the top of the board here. OSW is OSW going to be the first to zone? Nope. I actually wouldn't zone if I was OSW because.
I wouldn't zone. I think you got a chance to get a killing.
Yeah, you got a chance.
And there it is. Nice awareness. Great awareness.
Great awareness, OSW.
The beast bleeds, and we are 2-all.
We love the tie. I'm here for the tie. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you can totally pick up what Lyra's talking about. You can pick up what she's putting down at Galactic.mo.
They're so cute. I'm so excited.
Which one did you get again?
The Cassiopeia one in sand.
Yes.
Yeah, I was between sand and navy. Chat chose sand. Interesting stack, OSW.
Well.
Yeah, by 1 vote, and I could tell that they were using channel points to vote because there were twice as many votes as there were viewers. Anyways, Uyeshota has that full zone here and is going to be using it. This is kind of that awkward trading zones right now. That is a very nice ulti find. This is what I mean about awkwardly trading zones, is this right here.
I think that OSW is finding, with that T-spin, it's going to seal the deal. In fact, we could even see it swing back. Ooh. That's a 44 in 19. Pretty good, and we are at neutral at 40,000 points.
Yeah, we have 40,000 points, but it is important to say that Uyeshota does have the zone lead right now. It matters a bit more when we're talking about being on the other side of those trading zones and wait.
That's
not good.
Drop,
that's
that
not
Imus
good.
drop cut them down. I think that's a round.
Hello?
So all that cascaded, for those who caught it, because I think we both pretty much missed it, Uyeshota put an eyepiece in column 9 rather than column 10. Not only did that mean that they had to stack up higher around that eyepiece, but then they had to zone and they had less room to clear lines and less eyepieces to clear lines. And that just cascaded into OSW being able to pressure into a win there. One misdrop made the difference.
Yep, and that is the momentum we have been talking about. And I mean, I would almost say the vibes are neutral right now, if not slightly shifted in OSW's favor.
I think so. For those who've got channel points in OSW, it's looking pretty good. And that would be if we look back at the whole bracket, OSW, who was knocked down to losers by the same player, I believe that's how this went.
Yes.
Right? Has clawed their way back to a reset. If they manage to win this,
don't jinx it, Wylie. You're gonna caster curse this so hard because Uyeshota just managed a PC right now. Second one.
Spicy.
Not finding the third one. That is probably good news for OSW. That's a great ulti solve. Yeah, 60. I'm sorry. Wait, what? I didn't see the 8. I kind of thought that was a 0. Okay. What? I kind of thought that was a 0, not an 8. I'm not gonna lie, but that's insane. Okay, but it puts us in an odd spot. OSW having to quarter zone, misdrops here. And that's our phase 2 transition for some reason.
Holy hell.
Yeah, this is weird.
This is a weird PC! What?
Yeah, Uyeshota finds that PC right there, and that is insane. Finds another PC, stacking for a third PC.
Hell.
OSW finds a C-spin, though.
A C-spin on OSW!
Finds the C-spin in the garbage, and that is a 17-18 clear. OSW sees the end of that garbage. Has a quarter zone for some reason already? Oh, this is so lucky here. Uyeshota trying to find this killing blow, sets up a great cut copy, but everything that needed to happen for OSW just happened right there for some reason.
Everything went right, everything went wrong, everything just happened in about 10 seconds flat, and now OSW's pushed up to the top of the board, finds a T-spin, builds it up!
Oh, hello? That was a great setup from OSW, a great find, but this is so much to come back from here.
There's so much they have to do to pull this off, and Uyeshota's at the bottom of the board zoning. This could be lights out for OSW. Maybe there was a caster curse I didn't believe in. Who knows?
It's all your fault, but anyways, OSW trying his best out here. This is a dire situation, but you know what that is? That's the zone chunks. OSW did not find the half zone, so it's kind of going to be at the mercy of this quarter zone here. Finds another quarter zone, but does not use it. That kind of, that was not easy to come back from if you're OSW.
I cannot believe that. That was incredible. A 68 and then followed up by a 70 clapback with PC to finish it off.
Can you analyze having a PC versus a C-spin in phase 3 and what that means for the garbage and which is more advantageous, please? Thank you.
It would be, technically it would be the C-spin would send 13 if it's back-to-back. However, the PC sends one big chunk and you can't really cancel one big chunk, whereas you can technically cancel parts of a 6 and a 7. So it's really situational.
All right, thank you for your analysis, Wylie. You're here for the math. Love the math. Love the math over here. We all know I can't do it. Okay, so Uyeshota, surprise, surprise, is zoning first, and OSW, surprise, surprise, is zoning second. And yeah, this matchup is just going exactly how it's gone so far.
And again, pretty decent. Wait.
Oh, wait. That's sick. That's sick.
They have the 20! So much Iris Ages, and look at the garbage on Uyeshota's board.
Yeah. So Uyeshota is going to be able to work down through this. Because I mean, if anybody gets through that, that's Uyeshota right there. Because that is textbook right there for that phase 2 garbage. Uyeshota zoning here with 54,000 points. We are going to see that phase 3 transition. OSW is going to have to find a response. Only has half zone right now. Is going to try to get that 3/4. Does not find it. Has to zone on half here.
If they get a good 19 or 20, they should be fine. But it's going to be close.
Yeah, that is close. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't like that.
He's been triple.
Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. OSW working through this very well, though, as Uyeshota is in this 6-3 stack, this super strong stack on this side here, trying to put forth that pressure, trying to find that kill, knowing that if Uyeshota plays well with no misdrops, this could be the lead back in Uyeshota's favor.
It could be. It could go back again. Oh my god!
Yep, and Uyeshota is able to find that kill there, finds the lead again.
Oh, sorry, I'm very allergic to awesome gameplay.
Okay.
And it swings back in Uyeshota. You know what? We had a 4-3 last set, but OSW pulled it back. They're not out of it yet.
Yeah, but OSW showing some more early misdrops there. Very characteristic, if you ask me. And, you know, would it be OSW if he's not, like, awkwardly at the top of the board being pressured at the beginning of the match? You know?
What is that, Fractal?
Yeah, like, this is what I'm talking about. Uyeshota with the high zone here. That's a fast zone. That is a 47-19. So not the most efficient. OSW could beat this in terms of efficiency, but that misdrop right there isn't going to bode well for that.
They're halfway through their zone with only 8 lines. It's not too quick, but they're going to have to sprint this out. There we go. Nice Tetris at the top of the board.
That's a gorgeous Tetris and then the ulti self right there. So that is going to bring us back to even. Both players at that 30,000 point mark, halfway to that phase 3. And we're definitely going to see both players looking to build up that zone. And you showed already with the 3/4 zone, may be able to start pressuring here, but it is a little bit early to be thinking about phase 3 right now.
I mean, Uyeshota's like you said, already got that full meter. I'm not sure if zoning was even the right play there, though.
I don't think zoning was the right play there.
We'll never know.
No, I'm pretty sure we're going to find out.
We'll never know if it would have killed, though. It could have killed. Okay. It could have been the end.
Okay,
and,
so...
that's a great Fractal.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great Fractal. I was just about to say, because you can't really take both sides of it.
Ah, well, looks cool in the moment.
Okay, that's not what this is about. And
it's about style points.
This is never what this has been about.
Trust me,
these players play like that is what this is about. And we have Uyeshota again with the advantage, again trying to close out here. So far has been pretty successful, except for those couple of misdrops. And so unfortunately, I think this round is going to come down to that.
Can I just say, OSW played that perfectly. What they did is that they just stayed at the top of the board, sent T-spins incredibly quickly, and then forced Uyeshota into doing a zone that maybe they weren't that comfy with. It seemed decent, though. They made something work of it. But it meant that OSW was then giving themselves time to downstack.
We have a little bit of a side ties situation.
And we have a 20 on... No, they don't get it
not
in
the
time.
20.
They lose it on that 50-20, unfortunately. But Uyeshota, now those last couple of line clears are
those
what
last
got OSW that material.
Okay, OSW is able to toss a little bit of that 4-wide garbage back. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, just scaring us a little bit. Yeah, that T-spin is... Yeah, that's what you have to do, though. That's your win condition against a player like this.
Oh, no,
and that misdrop, I think, is lights.
I don't know.
No, that's it. No, they're not. Oh, no, they are.
The lights are still on. Never mind.
No, I don't... No, I think they're off.
Oh, God, he hasn't paid his electricity bill. Good night.
No. Oh, no. And that is going to be a 2-round advantage for Uyeshota here in this bracket reset.
5-3. 5-3.
Yeah, and this is a very important round for OSW. Finds the PC though. That's cute. I like that.
I think even at this point, like, every round matters. Every round matters now. It is going to be... I mean, they already did, of course, but you're going to feel it way more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The fatigue. Can we imagine how they're feeling? How everyone is feeling?
Oh, absolutely. The fatigue, the mental game. There's so much going on here besides the score. And Uyeshota is not going to... Okay, that's still actually... Never mind. Going to be a really good zone. Putting their board...
Wait, throwing the...
Yeah, no, that's insane. That is, like, insane there from Uyeshota. Non-human stacking, alien stacking right there. And that's a very nice ulti find from OSW, putting a bit of material on Uyeshota's board, but that is just clean. That Uyeshota is going to toss immediately back.
Yeah. I think OSW is handling the aforementioned fatigue really well.
Absolutely.
We get to see 2 permanent lines, so. But in the meantime, pretty good downstack with a nice combo there.
Yeah, nice combo. Look at the score difference. It is so heavily in OSW's favor right now, and we're going to see the rare situation of OSW zoning first.
Yeah, actually zoning at the 59,000 mark. Very rare.
Yeah, this is OSW trying to find his second wind and use it here. That is some great stacking.
Nice!
But Uyeshota has some Yeah, okay, that's not real. That's not real. And yeah, okay, so we're back to even on that somehow. Yes, yeah, okay, 70 ulti, and that brings us back to neutral because Uyeshota is Uyeshota, and the rules of logic just don't apply here. So we have some very efficient stacking on both sides.
Great counterfall from Uyeshota there with the eyepiece to create the ledge for the T-spin.
That was really pretty, but OSW is in LST, a very efficient stacking method. Uyeshota is accepting garbage here. OSW is refusing to accept anything and just continuing on with this damage, just non-stop LST, switching that well just now as Uyeshota sets up an STSD that requires 2 eyepieces for some reason, takes both of the T-spins as OSW stacking over the well with an insanely risky donation, works through all of it, down stacks through it because, yeah, okay, that's normal. And both players with a slightly awkward, both players with a slightly awkward board state, but it was worth it on both sides.
Uyeshota with the most disgusting plays I've ever seen. The double eyepiece to get an STSD, still technically like optimal play. Technically. But here we go. Technically, right?
Technically, yeah. Like it's
32-12 over there. OSW sprinting out their own zone. Gonna say that.
Uyeshota is setting up a side 3 wide. Turning that now into a side 4 wide and starting that quarter zone, still building up the side 4 wide so that they can downstack with it outside of zone.
And it works. It absolutely works. But they did have to clear a couple of doubles there and even take a triple. So it wasn't the combo they maybe wanted. It wasn't the side ties. It could have been. Maybe we'll see one down the road. And nice cut copy over there. Look at that. 2 T-spins. Beautiful. And a Tetris on top of that. OSW somehow handling it perfectly.
Yeah, OSW has that stack that he's using for him in this situation right now, but Uyeshota is making this work. The improvisation from Uyeshota here is keeping up with OSW's entirely man-made stack. That combo is insane.
Another 9 combo.
And somehow Uyeshota, with the disadvantage, finds a way to claw back and put things back into his favor.
Beautiful square donation there to get the T-spin they needed. Great work, OSW. And here we have a 1951! And Uyeshota just burns through it.
Yeah,
just neutral at 4 minutes.
Barely finds the stack there. Such great placement, such amazing speed from Uyeshota there to continue on with that, to cancel out all of that material from OSW. Just not letting OSW have anything in this round.
Yeah, I would say, though, this is one of the first rounds where we've seen Uyeshota on the defense. I mean, look at the score difference. Absolutely, OSW is way more aggressive, way more offensive right now. And here we have a low zone from them. We'll see how this goes. They've got the time on their side.
Yeah, they have the time on their side. I think that this is kind of what we mentioned earlier with this round potentially being very tide turning in this set. Both players knowing that, playing their best. I'm not surprised that we're seeing a slightly different strategy from OSW with this speed, this confidence. That speed is going to cause a misdrop, and Uyeshota's board is clean yet again.
And despite a 50,000 point difference. Okay. It's good times ahead.
Everything's okay. We're not scared at all. We always had faith in OSW. Nobody panicked. Nobody ever did. And we are seeing Uyeshota putting forth this pressure here. We did point out that OSW was in the driver's seat for a little bit, but Uyeshota is so amazing in these situations at bringing him back and putting himself in charge.
Can you imagine, like, OSW's, like, just the feeling in their heart they would have just experienced?
I don't think OSW, like, seeing how they handle those situations normally, I almost feel like OSW is a much higher tolerance than you and me for dealing with situations like that.
Well, I'll say one thing. I'm gonna need to see a doctor after this game because that was a lot on the old heart.
Yeah, and OSW tanks all of that. That is an insane play. I love it. As Uyeshota finds an insane combo to work through that.
Same with OSW as well. Finding a 5 there, not as crazy as Uyeshota's insane downstack there, but
yeah, no, ridiculous.
Oh, and here we go. Great S-spin there. This is looking like a 20.
Yeah, that's a 20 there from OSW, but Uyeshota has a 3/4 zone trying to...
And a full zone.
No, yeah, full zone. And that downstack, hello?
A 7 combo to give themselves room to really make this an efficient zone, to make it go the distance. That's a T-spin. They have, in fact, a Tetris, and this is looking like a 20. This is looking like a tasty 20.
Yeah,
never mind. They don't like 20s, I guess.
I guess not. Maybe allergic to them, just like you were earlier.
I had a coughing fit.
Yeah, I understand. You said it was an allergy though. So I'm just calling back to what you said. And so we have OSW trying to get that lead back, but Uyeshota just isn't accepting garbage. I don't know what you can do there. As Uyeshota says, like, nah, actually, I won't accept this garbage. Sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Thing he says.
Yeah, no, I see that you've sent this to me, but I'm going to say no thank you. And
no thank you.
Yeah, no thanks, man.
Oh, beautiful. A 63 and 19. That was on the level of, again, the 70 ulti we've been seeing. Missing that one line to make it happen, but look at this. Uyeshota with the zone of their own. They had PC.
Almost had the PC.
Potential curb. No. 41 and 19, and that's a full garbage queue with OSW still sending. I think they have this round, and that's it. 5-4.
Wow.
And look at the score difference. At 7 minutes, OSW takes it, getting a much needed, a crucial round.
Yeah, like you said, much needed. That is going to shift things back in OSW's favor when we talk about this momentum, when we talk about that mental game. That PC from Uyeshota, OSW is not even hesitate there. That's kind of what you have to do in that situation, is not even hesitate as your opponent is trying to find that early kill. That misdrop from OSW isn't great, but he's at the bottom of the board where he could work with it a lot better.
That PC made me Banshee scream. Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I almost heard that came through the mic when I was just Banshee scream thing.
Little bit.
Like that. Here we go. Another zone. That's 2 zones from Uyeshota, I believe, and only 1 from OSW. So here we go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's only 1. But anyways.
Lacking a few T-spins.
Yeah, lacking a few T-pieces. Oh. Okay. Never mind. We just don't know what we're talking about. Miss rotates that piece right there. Okay, so that was kind of a dire situation, but OSW found the quarter zone that he needed in time, and it didn't even matter because he was able to find the down stack even quicker. So, yeah. Ooh, that misdrop.
Now remember, for those who are fans of Uyeshota and want them to win, remember, they just need 2 rounds, and then that's it. If you're an OSW fan, OSW needs to win this next round and bring it back to a 1st to 2. If Uyeshota wins 1 round, then they're just 1 more away from taking the victory.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, we could say that OSW could come back from a 6-4, but I don't think the way that this mental game is looking that OSW could come back from a 4-6, and that is a center forward from Uyeshota. Yeah, because you know what? OSW has some phase 3 pressure right here. That's exactly what he needs if he wants to win that point.
An 11 combo, but OSW just says, nah, it's fine, don't worry about it.
I mean, that was kind of an inhuman 4-wide find from Uyeshota to be able to counter that garbage, volley that back, but OSW has not put up any pressure, is still foot on the gas, stacking as fast as he can right now. Absolutely. Probably looking for that zone is, I'm guessing,
Probably could have tanked one of those chunks, but they zoned here with 3/4, and it's looking pretty good. This is really clean. And that's a great forecasted overhang with the Tetris there.
But a misdrop means that he can't take it.
Unfortunately, no, that could have been more, but no
We have Uyeshota with a side 4-wide. Yeah, I would say that this is not even right now when Uyeshota has that setup, and it's been so successful for him so far. I would not be surprised if this is putting pressure, and it is on OSW side right here.
This could be good. This could be good. Yep, 21 and 14, and we are neutral. Although, I say neutral, Uyeshota has 1 full zone meter over OSW, and they're going to use it quick. Yeah, OSW gets their quarter, so it's not going to be a killing blow, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, OSW finds that quarter, finds the half right there. That's really important in this situation. Finds the fractal, is able to tank that. That's actually an insanely lucky tank.
That's a crazy tank.
That's a lucky tank, and that misdrop is not lucky. And yeah, that's not looking good.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, and that is going to be that round. Uyeshota at tournament point here.
Match point, tournament point, set point, all of the point. Just 1 win away.
League point.
League point.
League point on
Division 1 point.
Yeah, league point after having won.
OSW has pulled off the reset, but they're not only probably feeling a little bit fatigued.
OSW missed stacks.
Oh my god, that's it. Oh my god, the fatigue sets in.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Wow.
Uyeshota with 3.11 drops.
Yeah.
Zuko. You can't, I mean, look, it may be anticlimactic, but it's real. It's real. Look at him. He's depressed right now.
He's so sad over there.
You know what? The reset was the most hypest thing I've ever experienced. That was sick. That was so sick.
Yeah, I don't know if that was correct grammar on most hypest right there, but I do agree with you, Wylie. No, you're totally fine. That was insane. Yeah, so what kind of happened in that last round was OSW misreading his board height on either side, which is something that's very easy to do. But when you don't have a quarter zone, that's fatal. And that's definitely a fatigue type move. And so it's insane that we called it and that the chat called it and that everybody called it, that this is a fatigue battle. And OSW was so close to winning that, but lost the fatigue battle right there, which is just ridiculous. But I mean, amazingly well played.
Oh, look at that. You can't ask much more of a player who literally got the reset after playing another set. Like, OSW just played 3 sets in a row, being the player with, as we've mentioned before, the stamina thing. What? Like, you can't ask much more.
Yeah,
he played amazingly well.
Yeah, that is just some inhuman play from Uyeshota there. But I mean, hats off to OSW for finding that bracket reset. That was still insane, regardless of what the league results show. And that is why we love TEC. That is why we're so excited to be here.
We love this game.
We love every round. We love it.
Every round has a storyline. Every decision that is made is important. Every misdrop has you on the edge of your seat. Every time that zone is popped, you're like, what's happening? This game, I'm in love.
My favorite storyline of this bracket was definitely Uyeshota hitting retry. I'm sorry, but like, that was my favorite part. That was my favorite part is Uyeshota locking in on that retry button because that was absolutely insane.
That was crazy. We just had 24 rounds between these two players. Just beautiful. Loved it. Well done to both of them. And Uyeshota, congrats on first place.
Yes, congrats.
Division 1.
For PPT and TC. So
both.
But we do still have the Tetrio bracket ahead of us. We are